I just finished up filming my 2024 in review video. If you missed that one, you can go and watch it here. I've also linked it in the description under this video. In this video, I'm going to share with you my brand and business goals for 2025. So let's get into it. So I thought I would break this video into three kind of main sections. First of all, I'm going to share with you my word of the year for 2025 and why I picked it. Then I'm going to share with you my main goals for my business and brand as they relate to that word of the year. So the energy that I want to bring into my business and what specific areas of my business I want to work on as a consequence of that. And then I thought I would finish up by sharing some of my other kind of smaller goals or action steps that I want to take in my business this year to keep moving it in the direction that I want to go in. My word of the year for this year is experiment. And I'm really excited about this word. Going into 2025, I feel like it's time to step into a new energy in my creative business. I learned a lot in 2024 and 2023, and I feel this pull inside of me to kind of take things not in a completely different direction, but in a direction that is kind of more coming back to who I am and my creativity, and I will get into that more. But basically, I just want to go back to having a little bit more fun in my business. And I had kind of been like floating around the idea of that for a while, but really struggling to figure out like what is the word that nails this down. Always happens to me, by the way, when I start thinking like near the end of the year and I'm starting to think for the next year, I'll be like thinking about my goals and I can't really figure out what the word is, and then I'll just hear someone else say a word and it just like it gives me goosebumps. For experiment, I was listening to Catherine Kay's Patreon podcast, which is called the Coffee Beans Podcast. She was talking about how she wants to experiment more with her social media content in 2025. And as she was talking about it and using the word experiment, it was this light bulb moment where I was like, this is the word that I've been looking for. I want to experiment with creativity. I want to experiment with content. I want to experiment with new and old things in my business. So like trying new things, launching new things, but also experimenting with things that I've done before and making them like work for me again. So let's get into some more of the specifics as to what does that actually look like for me and my business as like a business plan. The first one is, this is one of the goals that links to my word of the year that will go into everything else I do. And that is I want to build my personal brand in 2025. And this is something that I felt in my gut for a while now, that I want to move away from being more of like a service brand and actually be a personal brand. I really want to make this brand as much about me and my personal interests and connecting with you guys personally as much as it is about my artwork. The most successful launches that I had in 2024 was because I really focused on making that community connection and like sharing the behind the scenes and talking about what I was doing long before it launched. People were just as connected to the process and to me as they were the actual thing that I was launching. And so in 2025, I really want to lean into making Laura Jane Illustrations a personal brand as well as like an art and illustration business. The next goal that I have kind of links on from that because it's about content, and that is to experiment more with my content. I shared in my 2024 review, one of my biggest fails was creating all of these rules and resistance around showing up on social media. I really just want to have more fun with my content and create more content that I actually want to create, rather than feeling like I have to fit my content to trends or what other people in my industry are doing or other people in my niche. I just want to think about like, what is the content that I'm going to have the most fun creating? What am I going to be the most excited about sharing and talking to you guys about? And that's the energy that I want to bring to content in 2025. And you guys have got to hold me accountable because I have not had a good track record with posting recently other than here on YouTube. The next goal on my 2025 list is to try new things when I am launching. I have some big projects planned for this year. So what I've actually started doing is I have a note on my phone where when I see a fun piece of content or I think of an idea of something that I'd like to try, I'm actually making a note of it because I'd like to have a little bit more fun, like trying out some different things. So at the start of 2025, I'm actually planning on launching a completely new course that focuses on digital illustration and like going through all of the things that I've learned, but like combining them or condensing them into this kind of crash course, boot camp style digital creation course. And I want to have fun with launching this course because it will be new and because there is so many people in this community. So for example, one thing that I have on my to-do list for 2025 is to run like a fun, free creative challenge where we have like daily or weekly prompts to help us with our creativity. So doing more things like that rather than just focusing on getting to the end of like launching something. And my last big goal is YouTube. 2024, YouTube was something that was kind of on my bingo card, but then also not on my bingo card. As I shared in my last video, I started posting videos here as a way to kind of ease myself into being more a part of my content. That was the whole reason that I started showing up on YouTube again. As a creator, I'm also just craving that connection to my community that I just feel like I can't get when I edit a reel down. Like I love a good aesthetic edit. Like it's just so satisfying, like doing something that's like very snappy and it's like it fits into your sound right. But also I feel like you really just cannot connect with people like that. Like it's just so edited. So 2025, I really want to commit to continuing to show up here weekly on YouTube, to find my voice as a video creator, and to just finally let myself invest time in a dream that I've had since I was 13. Like since I started watching YouTube, I've always had the dream of having like a successful YouTube channel since watching like Zoe Sugg or like Furry Little Peach. Saying that out loud, there is this part of me that's like, that is so embarrassing. People are gonna think you are ridiculous that you want to be vlogging at 32 and you want to be a successful YouTuber at 32. But this is a dream that I've had for a while and something that I've denied myself because I thought people would make fun of me or they would judge me. When I create these rules for myself based off of what I think other people will think of me, I only hurt myself in the end. Like I only deny myself joy. And so this year I'm going all in. I would love to finally be able to monetize my YouTube channel. I have a silver play button on my 2025 vision board. I mean, I feel like that is an unrealistic goal to get to 100,000 subscribers by the end of this year, but I do want to put it there as like, that's the point that I'm working towards. I want that silver play button. I don't know when I'm going to get it, but I am not going to deny myself the fun of investing time in creating YouTube content any longer because I love creating for this space. I love the community that's going around this space, and I definitely want to keep showing up in 2025. And I'm also saying it here so I hold myself accountable because it's now on the internet, and also so you guys hold me accountable to actually continuing to show up. Here are some other honorable mentions in my 2025 goals. I really want to get better at consistently sharing the things that you guys can buy from me or how you can work with me. I have like that terrible mindset of like, once you've told someone once or you've made one reel about it or one post about it, people will just know that it exists. If you put it in your link in bio, people will know that it exists, but that's not true. I want to get better at being consistent with sharing the things that are always there. So not just sharing the new products, not just focusing on talking about what I'm launching, but also talking about the things that I've worked on in the past that now exist because I put time and effort into them and they are a part of my business. And also you guys might not know that they exist if you're new to the space. I want to update my website and my portfolio. That's another one that I've put like in capital letters here. My portfolio, I haven't updated it in a while. So that definitely needs to be updated. There is stuff in that portfolio that I worked on in like 2019 and 2020, and I've done so much good stuff in the last year that definitely deserves a space in my portfolio. I do want to get better at communicating with other brands and businesses how they can work with me. I shared a little bit about this in my 2024 review that last year I was supposed to work on refining what my illustration services were, kind of figuring out how I wanted to work with other brands and businesses, and then I never did it. Like I procrastinated, I put it off, and I probably missed out on a lot of opportunities because I wasn't clear enough on that. This year, I really want to first of all get clear on how I want to work with other brands and businesses, and then make that clear for other brands and businesses so that when someone clicks on my website, they know how to work with me or how they can partner with me. If a brand reaches out to me, I have the answers to their questions. I'm not trying to figure it out as I'm writing the email. And also so that I feel confident to start reaching out and pitching the brands that I would like to work with. And the final goal that I have is my learning goal. This is something that I did for the first time last year. I gave myself like my goals, but then I gave myself a learning goal as well. In 2025, I want my learning focus to be on character illustration or character design, but specifically like kawaii character design. I feel like my artwork already is very kawaii style. This is something I haven't really shared before, but when I was in secondary school, I went through this massive phase of being obsessed with the manga style of illustration, and I loved the chibi manga as well, which is like the cute chubby manga with the big sparkly eyes. It's always been like a massive influence in my art. So in 2025, I really want to like lean back into that and bring more character illustration into the work that I already do, because I love looking at other creators who have this way of bringing characters into their work, and I would like to be able to expand to do the same in my own work in 2025. So that brings me to the end of my 2025 brand and business goals. I hope that you found this video interesting. If you did, be sure to click that thumbs up button, and I would love to hear from you as to what your brand or business goals or what your personal goals are for 2025. So let me know down in the comments what your big dream goals are, what your personal goals are, what you're planning to learn in 2025. If you haven't done so already, don't forget to click that subscribe button to join the growing community here on YouTube and to help me reach my monetization goals here on YouTube. Let's be honest, every subscribe, every like, every watch helps me get closer to that goal as well. So you're really helping me by still being here at this point of the video as well. I will see you guys in the next video, and I'll chat with you guys in the comments.